Boom. That was me celebrating, thinking we're live. Are we live? Hold on, I think we are. Had a really nice little gym session before. Let's see. I know it's a little dark on the screen right now. I apologize for that. The lighting's kind of coming from a weird spot. I got my other studio light over here, but it literally blinds me after 2 hours of trading with it in front of me. So I decided to not use it this time and yesterday. I hope you guys are okay with that. Anyway, let's get started here, guys. Good morning. Welcome back to the stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. I hope everyone's feeling good, ready to go. Again, I see Tyler's wondering, why penny stocks, why have they all been so slow lately? Small caps, penny stocks. It's because the large caps are taking front and center stage right now. And even myself, I'm running the scanners. I'm not seeing any interesting stocks. I'm sure the small caps are not, coming out with their typical PRs because they know they're going to be overlooked because people are trying to trade Tesla. People are buying the dips. People are, chasing all of these large caps that are moving like small caps today. So people are ignoring small caps and that's why they're not moving so much. Every time the market, is really volatile or sells off a lot, or goes up a lot, I tend to notice that small caps are very weak. If the market is like a lake, just like nothing's moving and glass clear and, up 1% or down 1% or 0.5%, whatever, then small caps are flying left and right? You'll always have like 1, 2, 3 really clean lead gappers. But that's just not the case right now. We'll see how long this goes for. I doubt it's going to keep continuing. There's always a big correction and then a consolidation and then another big correction and a consolidation. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think YTEN, we'll talk about that ticker in a little bit. It's selling off right now at 750. Could be the one that we're going to all be probably focusing on. A little housekeeping here. It's 9:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's September. And it's a Thursday. Crazy, it's a Thursday already. This week absolutely flew by. Although I think I say that for every week, which is true. Every week flies by. Okay, and it's we got another 12 minutes here before the market opens at 9:30, and then we'll wrap up trading by like 11 a.m. Let's see here. Quick reminder for all that's new. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. My trades are quick, not meant to be followed. Always know yourself while you're entering and exiting a stock. And remember, guys, this community is a place for us to help each other. Please do not spam or you will be kicked. Check out the video description below. I can't speak anymore. Good FAQs down there. I always try to implement stuff that you guys are asking me in the chat. Obviously, if you guys are probably here already, you probably know that. But good reminder for anyone that kind of comes is new here. Let's get into the watch list. Obviously, it's not that great. YTEN is probably our lead gapper for the day. I did 3 trades, actually 4 trades, but I'm just going to call it 3 trades because this one was so messy and grouped together and partial fills and yada yada that was actually just 3 trades. All 3 were losses. I'm only down $73, which is totally fine. Because I cut my losses every time really, really quickly. And I think where I went wrong on YTEN is the simple fact that I was just getting a little bit too aggressive. I would buy these pullback breakouts looking for a move higher above VWAP, and we didn't get it here. I got kind of flushed out on this one. Luckily, I sold very quickly. Only took a 20 cents a share loss. Not too bad. This one, a little bit tougher. I could have probably closed for like a 0.5% profit, but ultimately it was a loss because I was looking for that breakout. I probably would have got flushed out here if I didn't close here. This technically could have worked, 7% move. And then I bought this pullback too soon, stopped myself out, and literally right after I stopped myself out, it went up 4 or 5%. And then I was thinking like, oh wow, Alex, like this is very sloppy trading you're doing right now. And then that's why I didn't trade any of this because I was kind of disappointed in my trading so far. And I thought maybe it's just because I'm not totally in the groove yet right now, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do any more trading until the market opens. Let's see if maybe I'll click into the groove a little bit more. So for now, YTEN is a bit on hold for me, but I do find it kind of interesting, mainly on the float side. 2 million float, U.S. agricultural input company, which I'm not totally sure is an agricultural input. What does that exactly mean? But I guess I can look it up. And they have some pretty kind of questionable news where they're participating in a global conference. Okay, what does that exactly mean? They have an increase by target rating to 25. Price targets really don't mean anything. Really weak catalyst. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not crazy about this one. And then also with the recent offering, is it going to do an offering again? Last time it did an offering, this thing just dumped off a cliff. That was on August like 23rd or something like that. Or 21st, was it 21st? I don't know, it was right around this time, and you can see this giant dip down here. I think this was 21st. Yeah, okay, so it was the 21st, and that was this giant move here, and that dumped 23%. So, if it does another offering in the 4.5 zones, which is where this offering was priced at, this could dump again. I kind of doubt it's going to happen right now, but again, like, I'm not super blown away. I'm not super excited about this ticker. Obviously, SCON, this was a reverse split. Buying yesterday on the anticipation of the reverse split could have been an interesting move. It's not really something I like to do, and you wouldn't actually be up all too much, as it's a 1 to 10 reverse split. So, I mean, yesterday, we had those lows of 0.3, so you pretty much at break even. Maybe you could have squeezed out like a 10% move on one of these pops, but not anything good. What's up, Satoshi? Oh, nice to have you here a little bit earlier. Yeah, so not really too interesting. I don't know. You could pretty much, I know I have RMTI on the video title, but this one really sold off and is no longer super interesting for me. I do want to mention that it is near 4-hour support here on the 9 EMA, looking kind of good at 1.38. 61 million float, U.S. Specific or specialized drug manufacturer company. They're commercializing. They got a commercialization license for a drug to sell it in South Korea. So that's always kind of a nice little catalyst there. It's always a bit of a variable catalyst, so you don't know always how strong it's going to be, but overall, RMTI long-term charts really rough. It doesn't seem. Let me see if it has some reverse splits here. Let's go to the weekly. Don't see any right out of the gates, but we do know that RMTI here at $1 is big support. This looks like there must have been a reverse split if it was at 0.38, or else it would have probably been delisted. I'm not totally sure why it doesn't show any reverse splits. Maybe there really wasn't a reverse split. But like I said, right now it's like that 138 zone, so kind of somewhere in this area. We also have this kind of former bottom here, kind of an interesting spot. And then we have a bit of tops and bottoms here at like 1.6, all kind of key zones to maybe consider. So you can see the 1.3 and the 1.6. So we try to have a breakout here, and then we had also a pretty decent breakout, but it ended up being more of a fake out. Now kind of pulling back. RMTI could be one of those like quick red to green moves. I don't know if it's gonna be the case, but I could see it. I could definitely see it happening, and I would probably consider trading this one on that kind of idea alone. I would see if 1-3 breaks. I'm going to keep an alert on this one. I'm not always super stoked about TOS alerts. They often don't work. So we're right now like 7%, 8% under the price. So I'm going to keep a close eye on RMTI. And then obviously YTEN. We'll see. We will see. No, Satoshi, I did not buy Apple, but we got a bunch of Tesla, and that was that was a really nice trade yesterday. Apple and Tesla, I would hope to put in my long-term position on the next big pullback. So with Tesla, obviously under $300, and then Apple, we'll see. Pretty much similar chart pattern to Tesla. It's 8-pack fan. Morning, morning, guys. So another 4 minutes here till the market opens. You want to be careful with something like RMTN. You can kind of see all the big spikes here on our sell volume. So just be careful with the ticker like this. It could easily keep selling off. So you just don't really know. Always better to be a little bit more careful. I'm going to put 2 alerts on this one just in case my first one doesn't go off. I do like this general price territory right here, like 123. But yeah, or you look for an entry around like 133. I'm just gonna remove this actually, and then just kind of have play by ear, play with my alerts. But this could be an interesting move. Again, like I'm not crazy about pretty much everything I'm seeing right now. So fingers off the trigger a little bit, and then we'll see where we go. YTEN, I think this is gonna be a fun one to watch out of the gates. To some extent, don't know how it's really gonna perform, but it's stuck below VWAP at the moment. How low can it go? $6 is the big support zone on YTEN, and I would probably argue before $6, 620 or so. I'm going to clean up this scanner here just a tad bit. I'm going to go ahead and, where's this puppy? Edit the gap scanner. I removed a few things from the gap scanner just to make it a little bit less noise. And even though a few of my settings basically were neutral, by removing a few filters, it actually showed more tickers, which was a little bit weird. So this thing was clearly tripping over itself a little bit. There we go. This should remove some of these small cap sub-dollar tickers that I don't really want to check out at the moment. And then another minute and a half here till the market opens. STSA, let's go check out STSA. Yeah, I typically don't trade stocks that just fell off a cliff. Not sure why. It looks like they had negative results on a phase 3 study. Yeah, I mean, if you're into trading these, they could be good. I mean, you sometimes have some really nice bottom bounces on these. I'd be careful with swing trading them. They typically still continue to sell off a little bit. I'm going to have YTEN open, so that's going to be my focus. Nice, Satoshi. Yeah, that's pretty much how my Tesla was as well. I had a bunch of limit orders set starting below 330, and then we were selling yesterday. That's always a beautiful thing when that happens. So congrats, man. That's always a really nice move. Nice, Eugene with AL. All right, guys, another 20 seconds here before the market opens. Good luck, everyone. Comment collected. YTEN's trying to make a little pop here above the 9 EMA. Nice, Bren. Sounds good. Shoot me an email, alex@tradejournal.co. Maybe we could work together on some Python stuff. YTEN trying to crack that $7 zone. Just cracked it, actually. Let's see if we get a bounce here on YTEN. I don't really see a buying opportunity just yet. LMND, this could be a profit-taking ticker for today. We'll see how high it goes. Would like to see it over 40. I mean, 52, maybe even 53 would be extra cool. YTEN selling off again. New minute and 10 seconds here. Markets are pretty green. Having some issues. First pop on YTEN right now. This could be a possible red to green. Keeping an eye on this one. It was about a 6-7% pullback. I would be a little bit nervous with this possible setup here. Might see a 9 EMA retest, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading this one. Nice bounce so far. I would have taken profits. I'd be out on this one for like a 2-3% gainer if I would have traded that one. I didn't trade this one. So far, it's still struggling a little bit. Sounds good, Bren. Another pullback on YTEN, no surprise there. In the 70s. No, last bounce was stronger than I would have anticipated. It was about an 8% dip from that high zone. Well, could break from that last candle. JGX, I was looking at earlier today with that 38 million float. I couldn't really find a catalyst on it at the moment. Looks like it has a bit more catalyst now. Manufacturing supply deal. Big resistance above, but it could be a good trade near some resistance, some support. YTEN, big question. 725 is going to break above it, or is it going to flush? 730, possible break. Man, CLSK, man. Can't believe I missed that one. Interesting setup here, guys, on YTEN. Strong break, clear red to green. At the moment, really strong. Keep an eye on it. Good relative volume. This might get halted. YTN might be halted here. Yep, YTEN, guys. This is what people are going to be looking at. See how many large caps this pulls up. OSTK ran a lot more large caps. So I'll probably get rid of the scanner. Just wanted to kind of see. Yeah. Personal. Edit. Still one too many market caps. YTEN should be opening up at 41.25. That's what I want to be focusing on. Remember, guys, people got halt scanners. A lot of people are going to be watching YTEN. It's going to be interesting. Definitely the lead gap around the day, YTEN. Clear lead gapping stock. Who's buying the YTEN open? That's the real question. Anyone jumping on that? Tesla, wow, absolutely crazy. So Tesla had that red to green move. Look at that. Pulled back here like 1.5%. Yesterday I think it was like 3%. Ran up 3%. Crazy open. Big resistance on the daily with the 9 EMA. And just generally at 390, former support zone. Yep, Steven, totally agree. Got another minute. Yeah, roughly minute and yeah, almost a minute exactly here on YTEN. It's gonna open at 41.25. This is good to see a little bit of momentum coming back here at the small caps. That 25 million market cap, guys, 2 million float. I mean, this thing has that explosive potential. Pre-market highs at 976. Big resistance, I'd probably say to 8.5 for now. VWAP is right above it. Could be a little bit of a pullback. Maybe we'll see a continuation from there. It's a little bit hard to say. Did have a pretty strong sell-off though, but you know, pre-market it didn't really dip below 30, so that gives me just a tad bit more confidence. 25. A lot of selling on this one though. Here we go. Boom, ripped up. Let's see what kind of pullback we get on YTEN. Make sure these are day. Woo, what a slippery ticker. Slippery, slippery, dippery. No trade yet on YTEN for me since the since pre-market. This is the ticker that I was saying, just I'm not totally comfortable with. I'm not a big fan of the catalyst. I do like that 2 million float. Other than that, though, we'll see. Yeah, that was super fast, JC. Big fake out there on VWAP. I think that's I just did the calculation at 6%, Bren. Still not seeing anything I'm looking at. Waiting. Markets are up, nicely green here. VIX is a little bit of a downside dip. Bitcoin up just a tad today. AIM, that was a ticker we were looking at not too long ago. Let me just pull it up here again. I think we were even talking about this one for a split second yesterday. Almost no volume here. Wouldn't be too interesting to day trade. Thanks, Bren. That's a great idea. A lot of sell momentum on YTEN, guys. Even the Halt scanners probably didn't attract enough day traders. I think everyone already knew YTEN. Everyone was already watching it. Probably the Halt scanners probably didn't bring too many new people into that one. Good call on RMTI, Paul. RMTI was that second lead gapper that we were talking about. Big resistance at 1.6. But yeah, this one actually had pretty decent move here. I like this little breakout, pullback, continuation. Really, really sweet move. I think I might have missed this one a little bit. That's a bit unfortunate. Next target would really be 1.6. But this thing could start flushing these territories. 9:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time now. Big kind of hops and former resistance here. Be a little bit careful on possibly buying this breakout of 1.6. I'd be a little bit nervous. Yeah, it is attracting a lot of volume, that's for sure. It's good to see that. RMTI is kind of lacking a little bit of dollar volume here at only 7.8 million being traded. Definitely a little bit on the lighter end. Looks like a lot of the large caps are doing quite well today. NKLA is down 8%, 9% though. A lot of the other tickers we've been talking about, CLSK up 7%, KCAC up 4%. Things are looking pretty solid today overall. Yeah, Tesla's pulling back already a little bit here with that high of 390. Pre-market was really Tesla's, some of the high points on Tesla. We'll see. I'm not seeing any trades I want to jump in on. Sometimes the best position is cash, so you don't have to trade. PTON. PTON is already green, is still green on the day. So there's no red to green even setup. What I like on PTON is that first breakout here and that quick pullback and then a little bit of continuation here. It's a bit of a slow mover overall, but really kind of nice follow through here on this first pullback and the second one. Really, really sweet. Good stuff there. Bit of a slow morning for me here though. YTEN just broke VWAP again here. I wonder if it's going to really try to hold it this time. It's a little bit more stable. Maybe it flushed out a lot of the weak hands. Like me when I was holding it. Man. Gee, that sounds like some dangerous stuff. YTEN could be a quick little pullback here at 715 and then a continuation. Boom, there we go. Nice move, 6% crack. Didn't pull back all the way to where I wanted it to, but it did go to 60, like 763 roughly. Now up around 6% from there. Absolutely wild. RMTI trying to get in here as well. It's hard to get super comfortable looking at YTEN, especially with that flush right before it on the last attempt of VWAP breakout. This one's a little bit more stable so far. $8.5 zone is the big key resistance at the moment on YTEN. For sure, the YTEN is still probably one of the lead gappers on the day, $150 million in dollar volume. So this is definitely the one most people are trading at the moment in terms of small caps. I'm not crazy about the overall setup catalyst, the way it flushes, the offering from just like 2 weeks ago or maybe 3 weeks ago. I'm watching it at 780 roughly, could be a possible entry. Definitely a bit of a whacker here, this one. Just had a small entry here at 58. YTEN. Just missed a sell order at 69. Maybe we'll get another attempt here. A small trade. Wasn't really trying to overstay my welcome. I didn't really trust this one too much. So it looks like, it's good that I got out. Let's see, another bounce possibility here. Very, very intense mover here, this one. Small trade, only about like 10 cents a share on this one. Nothing really to run home about. But for my first green trade on YTEN, I've been very sloppy on this one, so always want to go for those base hits when you're clearly not in the right setup. Wow, look at this thing kind of flushy on the way down. Oof, scary stuff. I actually wanted that dip right there at 23. I wasn't quick enough on buying that one though. Here we go, pulling back. It's a big move. That was a 13% move, very big. I almost feel like this thing could just keep on dumping. Oh my god, I think YTEN just got halted on the way down. My god, this thing is just so sketchy, guys. I honestly recommend like be very careful trading this one. It's just really not a ticker that I would typically even look at, but I feel like it's kind of one of the small things that we have today. RMTI on VWAP cross. Hopefully you guys aren't in this one. If you are, hopefully it doesn't sell off too much. It really depends. I don't see any new news on YTEN, so I don't think it's gonna keep dipping here. I think this could have actually been a decent buy opportunity. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I don't think it has any news pending or anything like that. It just, 2 million float. This thing rips in all sorts of directions. I know when it gets halted, basically when the order book starts drying up over here, and then all of a sudden it halts. So 56 was the last trade price. So this thing's going to open up here at 10:01. Weird morning, guys. The halts are automatically set up from NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. They all have different halt limits. So NASDAQ's over, I think, 10% in the last 5-minute average. Your ticker gets halted. Or if there's news coming out, that oftentimes halts a stock. There's a lot of reasons a stock can get halted, but typically it's a 5-minute circuit breaker halt where it just basically, goes past a certain level and then boom, it gets halted for 5 minutes, lets everyone cool down, and then lets people jump back on it. Down 600 on YTEN. Steven, yeah, man, Steven, you and I both, man. My pre-market on YTEN was a bit annoying. What's your circuit breaker for the day, Steven? When do you wrap up trading for the day if you're not in the flow, or if you have it just a unnecessary loss? Yeah, I can look at INPX. I'm surprised that you mentioned it. INPX has been pretty much dead since New Year's in terms of people talking about it. Oh, maybe it did like pop up a few more times since New Year's, but hasn't been too crazy. Usually it's a 5-minute halt. Big move, Ion. Congrats, man. That's crazy. Especially on such a hard ticker. It's going to open up usually in 5 minutes after the halt, so that would be at 10:01. Got 2 more minutes. Good time for a quick little break. Be right back. 30 more seconds, guys, and then we're going to have some freaking fireworks. Orange skies and Cali Coast. I saw that in the news. Oh my god. California is just one big purple blob, huh? Oh, I got a little cut here on my elbow. All right, 20 more seconds. Boom, yeah, okay. So that's kind of what I was thinking could happen. A little pop to the upside there. Very short-lived, though. It keeps pulling back here a little bit. Whew, YTEN would sure give me the freaking shivers. All right. Double bottom would be around 676. Not sure if we're going to reach that area. I wish TD Ameritrade showed each tick for each minute it was halted. Yeah, you got to be quick with YTEN. I don't think I could trade YTEN quickly on Webull. I've been practicing for like, what, 2-3 weeks now, and it's a bit of a stickler on speed. Yeah, Steven, I totally feel you, man. Is there any more trees to even burn in California? I feel like there's been fires there just every year nonstop. I don't feel super confident about YTEN. I'm still kind of giving this one a little bit longer. I do kind of like that bit of a bounce here. If you get really scalpy on YTEN, it might be possible to walk away some decent profits. Or if you do a longer term trade, but I think that's just so risky on a ticker like this. Yeah, I don't know. So far, no new trades yet for me on YTEN. Just kind of watching it. I was expecting this thing to go into like the 660s, and I wanted to buy it there. It only went to like 680 or so, and then it popped back to the upside. Trailing moving again today. Yeah, that's true. I'm already kind of excited to be talking about some swing trades in a little bit. We might be closing out our LMND position today. Man, if we held our Tesla position, that would have been a roller coaster. So yeah, this one had the high here at 52. Again, 53 is kind of where I was hoping to get out of this one. So we'll see what happens. I have my sell order right here at 52.75, really inching up in that direction. So hoping that we'll get some sort of move, but that was a lot of sell volume out of the gates here. Not really what I would have wanted to see. I'm a little bit skeptical on this one at the moment. Kind of looks like it's going to keep selling off. So probably if we have a $50 retest, I'll probably sell on the bounce back to like 51 or so. Yeah. Overall, we're green on this one, about 230 bucks LMND. So that's kind of nice. Man, I can't believe SPCE, man, took off without me. I was holding that one for so long, and then I got faked out, or not really faked out. You know, I was actually sold at an okay spot. I just really wish I bought back, maybe even to the $17 zone. That would have been a great buyback. Yeah, don't even want to talk about it. More than 5% contained. I'm still watching YTEN on my second screen. Just want to let you guys know I'm not taking my eyes off of it. I just don't yet see a setup that I'm super stoked about. So I'm kind of letting it do its thing for now. YTN looks like it's about to crack the next support zone, 9 EMA. Looks like it was big resistance. So let's see if $7 holds up right now. It looks like it's about to start doing this little dipski. Prepare for the dipskis. Like I said before, $6 on YTEN is definitely big support. I do think it might come in a little bit before $6. We'll see what happens. I think there's going to be an initial bounce before $6, and then it's going to crack $6. Maybe do some chop on the way down. Man, if SpaceX was a public company, I would probably put a decent chunk of my investment portfolio in SpaceX. I could see that being like a really nice rally in like 10 years or so. Happy to hear, Eddie. Thanks, man. I'm still, always trying to make them a little bit better. Always feel free to leave comments or feedbacks on them. I know sometimes they're a little bit long, but, times 2 speed is like my only answer really on them. I try to keep them as quick as possible. Yeah, look at that. YTEN. What a surprise there. Back above VWAP for a split second. This one's really a bit of an unusual setup. Bigger volume on this now. See if we can get a small entry here. Small entry. Looking for that breakout. Did smaller position size as I'm not super comfortable with this ticker. Looking for that VWAP breakout. There we go. Nice little move. Close that position. Yeah, I probably could have done a bigger size on that one. Made about 30 cents a share on it. Smaller size. About like a $1,500 position size. Really on the lower end of my overall sizes, but still made about 60 bucks, so I can't really complain. That was a quick move. Nice little pullback entry. This is probably the cleanest setup we've had on YTEN that I was watching while it was happening, and so pretty much, some parts of pre-market and just now. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Satoshi for sure. That would have been probably the one to go a little bit more aggressive on. Nice, Tyler. Sweet. That's what it's all about. I gotta say, YTEN, has kind of proven itself several times on the low, constantly holding its highs. It constantly has mean flushes though on these failed attempts to hold a VWAP. That would make me a little bit nervous to trade it one more time. But I gotta say, what I do like about YTEN is that it has a increasing lower bottom, so kind of these higher lows does look kind of good. Yeah, for sure, Satoshi. Would have been a freaking intense ride. We're also having lower highs on YTEN. So, right here, and right here. So it's turning into a bit of a pennant. On the 5-minute, it looks more like a triple bottom than a pennant. Definitely an interesting ticker, though. Yes, Toshi. Actually, the larger size on Tesla was already pretty fun with that, $6,500 position size. YTEN, I mean, still on a nice little upwards trend here. Had a bit of a bull flag on the 1-minute continuation, looking strong. That 650 is really the big resistance zone. We've had many attempts to break higher and fake outs. Yeah, TA, it is technically a bullish sign, and the problem is YTEN, if you look at the past candles, it didn't really hold the breakouts very well. So that's why I was pretty happy to take my base hits. Plus, I'm still, I think, maybe even in the red with YTEN, so I didn't want to push it. I'll take a base hit and move on. Just keep it clean and simple right now, and until I maybe get a little bit more confidence behind this ticker. There might be a little bit of a fake out here to the downside. Maybe 7.5 could be a new entry, and then look for a second rip to the upside. It's a little bit of a hard ticker, I feel like, to play. So I would feel like having a better risk reward would be my ideal go on YTEN just because it's extremely flashy, this ticker. Tesla new high of day, absolutely crazy. Yeah, 389, insane. YTEN, I feel like had too many failed breakout attempts in this zone, so I'm a little bit skeptical that it's going to actually break higher here. $10.16. Possible pullback here before a continuation. Went down to 58. Big move on a low volume candle. Another 2.5 minutes in this 5-minute candle. So trying to think, where would the 5-minute setup be? And I think somewhere around 7.5 could be that 5-minute setup. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say on this ticker. No rush though. Nice move on that green candle, but very low volume. Could be a little less significant than we would think. Let's see what happens. New candle starting here in 5 seconds. Nice move there. I missed that entry at 7.5 or 55, 7.55. This might actually break back above VWAP. Another 1.5 minutes in this 5-minute candle. I feel like there's a decent amount of buying strength here. A6, yeah, that looks good, looks good. Ah, man, I just missed that. I didn't place the limit order, but I was at, yeah, oh well, let's see what happens. Quick bounce off of VWAP, 7.8. $83 still has buyers. New 5-minute candle about to start. Sure is a bit of a doozy, this ticker. Woo! Breaking 8. Boom, 810. Oh, love watching this. This is the exact move I was actually waiting for. Oh, super, super nice. A little unfortunate I didn't go long on it a little bit sooner. Right now we're in a serious uptrend. This could be, that's a good 5-minute, flag set up there. Oof, man. That's what I don't like about YTEN. Those instant like flushes. Oh, disaster zone. Now, I don't think it's worth me trading this one anymore. That was the move I wanted. It went up 10%. I didn't commit to it, missed out. And if I traded that, less of a solid move, because I would have FOMO'd into it, I would have gave back, all the profit probably from the last 2 trades. So, yeah, look at that flush. Absolutely wicked. Crazy, crazy stuff. It's a really uncomfortable ticker. Nice, Steven. Made back some of your losses. That's good. Yeah, man. What a freaking uncomfortable ticker. Just like boom, boom, boom. Ay, ay, ay. Even, thinking it's okay to come out with some 920 news. I don't know what they were thinking. Little VWAP retest. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky ticker. Very, very tricky. $393 Tesla, yeah, that's a pretty strong run on it. LMND, hopefully getting back above 52. I would probably like to close out the LMND trade today, so I really like what we're seeing. For some reason, my alerts are just not going off on this ticker, which is a little bit annoying. Let's see if we can get that crack here, and then I would like to get out of LMND on my own accord. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to place a new alert on this one as well, create alert. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes a missed opportunity also feels like a loss a little bit. That's why I had to really control myself with YTEN. I almost FOMO'd into that setup after I missed the bull flag setup at VWAP. It's a dangerous place to be. I know you guys are really hot about STSA. Let's see if it has done anything else. I typically don't like to buy into a stock that just sold off on bad news, but yeah, you're right. I mean, this thing is having a nice little rally here. Quite a surprise, I gotta say. KCAC just broke 20. I'm going to focus on some of these large caps in a little bit here. 26% move on STSA. It's a really nice, strong mover. I gotta give you guys that. This one's looking pretty strong. Had that nice pullback here. Hopefully you guys are milking this one a little bit. Definitely has good opportunity. And really nice price action, STSA. Much smoother than the freaking flailing YTEN, which is just giving people heart attacks. Oh, like I said, man, STSA is not a ticker I would be trading, but it has been showing nice price action. I think this thing will absolutely dump at one point, based on the news. But for now, there's people trading it, and it's rallying up. So it's going to keep doing that until it drops some momentum. Once it does, it'll probably go back to the fours. So I probably won't touch it from here, but we could have some new spikes of green volume. So far, technically, it's still in the uptrend. There is a little bit of downtrend going here, but doesn't mean we might not have another big green spike coming up. So for now, STSA is still in a pretty solid uptrend. Mika, how come I don't make douchey over the top dramatic covers for your YouTube videos? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old. I'm working hard at it though, Mika. I'm working really hard at it. Maybe I'll get a little more crazy with my YouTube thumbnails. Man, Tricon, sorry to hear. It's not really my day either. I think I'm still right on the day. We'll definitely check that in a little bit, but I think at best today's going to be a break even for me. And then, I just, I'm really trying to play it calmly here because YTEN is just, there's little traps everywhere, and maneuvering around those traps seems to be the key, but it's quite difficult. Eric says, thankfully I don't. Yeah, I think, Eddie, to some extent, you're right. Like, I was chasing YTEN on every attempted breakout pre-market, and that's when I decided at the opening bell, I'm not going to do any more breakout trading on YTEN. So that helped me kind of flip my strategy a little bit. Tyler's wondering, am I still doing the 25K challenge? Yeah, but I moved it to a swing trading account, which is actually going pretty well. The 25K challenge. We're right now at like $8.2 thousand. So starting from 4,000 now at 8.2. I mean, we've more than doubled the account, which is really, really nice. So hopefully now with it, twice the size, we can move much, much faster. It has been a slower challenge than I expected. But once I moved it from day trading, it obviously went much slower anyway because we're not actively day trading it every day. So like I think in October or August, we went like 3 weeks without getting a trade on our swing account. So, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. And then my absolute disaster with space, where we covered too close, or not covered, but took our profits too early. It took quite some time. We were learning the new strategy, the breakout strategy on it, the gap and go strategy. It took quite a few months. I would say like 6 months for us to double the account, which is a really long time. Now with the unlimited account, we're pretty much making that $3,000 to $4,000 every month with the same position sizes, but just being able to trade unlimited is massive. So having those restrictions, those pattern day trader rule restrictions on your account is a real mental hurdle, honestly. It would be interesting to do again, but I don't have really the energy for it at the moment. My space swing was not by choice. Yeah, the PTD rule makes absolutely zero sense. They really need to get rid of it. Now, if there's anything we should be protesting about, is the pattern day trader rule. When I'm in the States, guys, we should all meet up and do a little bit of a march to remove the pattern day trader rule. I bet you we'll get a lot of news coverage because it'd be so ridiculous. Nice. Looks like you guys are on board. Perfect. All right, then we're marching against the pattern day trader rule in the upcoming day. Yeah, it puts traders in the worst spot. It doesn't protect traders at all. They're going to lose money regardless. But at least let them form a strategy around losing money, you know? I can't sell. Yeah, it's definitely would be fun. Canadian no pattern day trader will. Ah, CLSK, Esmail, don't even remind me. CLSK is the one that got away. Oh, I made a whole video about it and I didn't enter it. Oh, it's like the worst that can happen. And it's only because I moved my limit order down for a little bit when the whole market was crashing, and I was like, maybe we'll get it at a lower price. It literally went like 20 cents away from my limit order. It was like at 680 or something like that, and went down to like 7 something. Pattern day trader rule, please don't trade. That's so funny. Maybe we can get one of those sign a petition things. I'm going to look into that. There's like change.org. Isn't that like a website? I feel like I've signed a few petitions on change.org. Especially when it has to do with like cleaning up the oceans. Those always get me. Those go right to my heart. There is one you guys posted on Discord, Eugene. Oh, what? I gotta check that out. All right. There is one. Okay. YTEN guys popping up here a little bit, trying to break VWAP again. X1. I think that does sound really, really familiar. I gotta check out the chart again. It's an old law that I feel like just hasn't been looked at in a really long time, and I think once it does get looked at, people are going to realize it's pretty ridiculous. Just doesn't make any sense. No, it's a US law. It's specific to the US. YTEN guys getting a little bit tempting again here. Low-hanging fruit potentially. What's going on? 5-minute breakout, 1-minute pullback, setting up, a little bit of increased volume. New minute and 20 seconds. Going above 8. You know what? I tried to cancel that order, but it didn't work. Yeah, I'm out of this one. Gave back some profits on that, 5 cents a share. That was a pure accident. Placed it at the wrong spot. Wanted that EMA pullback. Let's see what happens here. Not my greatest moment right there. Kind of embarrassing. That's live trading for you. You make a lot of embarrassing mistakes. Sloppy, Alex. What are you doing? I honestly think if I just stop trading YTEN, that might be best for me. It's 10:34. I really do think that this is a really nice pullback on YTEN though. Yeah, that's exactly the setup I wanted. What I could have maybe done instead was buy, average down into that one. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But averaging down into that one, this time, hindsight 2020 would have been the ticket. Yeah, that's annoying. That's exactly what I wanted. Placed the order too high on the order book. Realized it. Tried to close the order. Got filled. Was thinking about a re-entry like where I wanted, hesitated, missed it, price goes up. What a little bit of a sloppy session for me there. This looks pretty good though. I like what I'm seeing here. I like the low volume pullback. I don't like the fact that YTN is just flush king and all the peaks are on red volume. I would not be surprised if this had a nice continuation here though. $8, yeah. Ooh, 8 getting chipped away. Ooh, that was a lot of sellers just now. Might be a second attempt to break through that $8 zone here in a second. Did you see the amount of sellers on that? Yeah, Eric, I totally agree. It would have been such a good option. Oh, God. This makes me sick just thinking about it. Yeah, lost about $15 on that trade, so it wasn't really that bad. Eugene says can't catch YTEN. Not sure if it's a good or a bad thing. Yeah, Eugene, you and me both, man. I have missed YTEN so many times today. It's just not my ticker. I don't know what it is. Here we go. There's the nice $8 breakout. Boom. And then it flushes back. It's just such a flushy stock. This is not an easy ticker to trade at all. Oh, and then if you try to buy the breakout on YTEN, you just absolutely get demolished. Yeah, okay. You know what? For now, I'm going to leave YTN on my second screen. I don't know if I'm going to trade it. If I see a really, really good setup of some weird, awkward proportion, I will jump on this one. Otherwise, for now, I think I'm going to let it go. Unless there's a really good... Oh, man. I definitely have a nice hint of FOMO right now, which means I probably shouldn't be trading. So, okay, let me close this and let's look at some of these large caps right now because they're absolutely front and center still, no matter what is going on with the small cap world right now, because that's really what's hot. So going here to the 25K challenge really quickly, we have Sono having a nice little rally here. I'm totally fine with holding Sono for quite some time. We're up $136 on this one, a little bit smaller position size. I would like to see this go back into like the 14s before I think about closing this one. I would really consider buying even more into the 12s. I almost treat this one a little bit more like an investment, which is not mentally the best thing to be practicing, but I'm fairly confident in this ticker. But if this was a unlimited account, I would probably also consider taking profits here and then buying on any sort of dip again, which I feel like the chances of Sono dipping again are relatively high. So we had a attempted breakout here, didn't work, tried it again here. So now we're kind of down like 1.5% from these areas. Actually like 1%. I keep thinking that this is actually probably a really good spot to take profits, and I've been thinking that for quite some time. Big resistance here, not a lot of buying volume either, so I really might actually close out this trade. Sometimes I feel like that's a very impulsive move, but I've been thinking about this for quite some time. I just actually really like where the price is right now. So actually, let me just go ahead and close this one out. If I miss it, I miss it, but I would love to buy Sonos back again fairly soon. I wonder if Sonos is going to have a little bit of a breakout or fake out right here at VWAP. I'm not totally sure if it will. Is it just me, or is Sonos absolutely not moving price-wise? I think it's, wow, this ticker has like no volume on it right now. Let's see if I can get out here, take some profits. It doesn't look like it's going to break VWAP. At most, we would be leaving like 1% on the table. So I don't really feel like I'm leaving much money on the table on this one. Wow, look at that spread. The spread is ridiculous. Why is the spread so high on this ticker? This is a huge stock. This like even large, or it's like a mid cap. But even a mid cap kind of, it shows you that if it doesn't have news or doesn't have anything specific about it, it's still very lightly traded. It's crazy how light these things are traded. Nice. Okay, so we are out now on our Sonos trade at 13.22. Blang, kadang, we are out of this one. And what I'm going to be looking for Sonos, I'm pretty happy with this exit, is a secondary dip under 12.5, anything under that zone. You can betcha that I will be trying to jump on it like it's my job. And I don't know if it's going to happen, but I do think that this rally was ridiculous on Sono, and I would like to see that healthy pullback, which I think we're seeing right now. But I think we could have another dip right here in the 12s, kind of like one more little test, and into that test I'm going to start buying. So pretty much at the same price, 12.5, I'll probably start accumulating. Into the 12s, I'll start accumulating. So pretty much making 2 trades out of this this longer move. We also have, really quickly here, we have KCAC and ADT on our swing trade portfolio. Let's quickly look at that for a second. So ADT, I missed my entry on this by just a freaking whisker. Placed it just a hair of, I placed it on this second red candle, I even think, or after this second red candle, when I realized, oh, we have actually a really good uptrend here. Yeah, ADT, I've been waiting for this one to bounce off at 10. So yeah, kind of missing it, but I'm going to leave my order here for now. What was the second one I just talked about? KSAC. KCAC, I think that this might be getting ready for another rally here above $21. If we see that with big volume, actually we have pretty big volume coming in here. I wonder why. Then I would probably go long at 21 on a pullback and retest at 21. So either I'm going to buy above 21 and look for that continuation, or I'm going to see if this dumps and I'm going to start accumulating a bunch here at 1650. So that's how I want to trade KCAC. Both of these would be super kind of cool ways to do it. Let's go to LMND, check this one out, because it looks like it's about to do a little bit of a blang, if you ask me. Let's go to the unlimited account. Oh, YTN, we're actually up $4 on YTN. Woohoo! We made, and our last trade was even red on it. We made like 6-7 trades on YTEN, walked away with basically a coffee and a pastel de nata in Portugal, which literally cost me $360 actually last time. Maybe I could even get 2 pastel de natas for all the day trading we did today. Oh, and then you have to add taxes as well. So this was a lot of work for $4 today. I'm not gonna lie. Good news is we got our swing trade. So day trading was weak today, but our swing trading was a little bit nicer. Yeah, pastel de natas, man. I've been getting a little dirty with those lately. I haven't had enough though. I need to eat a bit more. Okay, back to LMMD, guys. Getting distracted here. Let's see. So it looks like we might break that $52 zone. We're still in a nice little uptrend here with LMND. Overall, the markets might be starting to get a little bit weak, so I'm a little bit nervous what we're going to be seeing here. This is the Nasdaq right now, and just a little bit of a heads up. You know, this was the big crack of momentum. We had, you know, 10,100 and wait, hold on, I'm reading this. 1,100 and 253. So that was kind of the zone that we had these wicked pullbacks from. But I would probably argue that this clean $11,000 zone is maybe a little bit more important. So I'm going to kind of put these 2 weeks in here. So this is some big support. We also have the 180 simple moving average. And then you can see this 9 EMA. If we're above the 9 EMA, and this is the same setup we have for day trading. So if we're above the 9 EMA, pullbacks to the 9 EMA are buys, right? But when we're below the 9 EMA, pullbacks to the 9 EMA are sells. So technically, this is a big sell indicator and a continuation to the downside here. So that's kind of what I would be worried about if I was long the index, which large caps tend to be moving in relation to the index. So what I'm thinking with LMND is, you know, we had a big sell-off here. We're above the 9 EMA. We might even have that crack of 52.50. But then I really want to start taking profits on this one. So again, that's really what I'm looking for. It looks like we just had a bigger sell-off than I was hoping for. I really want to see that crack here above 52. And then I'll probably be taking profits. If we don't see that, then if let's say we break VWAP right here, we go down to 51, I would sell on the retest of VWAP. So that's my stop. VWAP is more or less my stop, the retest of VWAP. Otherwise, I would like to see that break of 52.5. The weather is really, really nice. Today was really foggy. I didn't go surfing today because the waves were kind of small. They're only like 0.8 meters, which for Florida is really good, but for here is tiny. So I'm gonna go probably again tomorrow morning. We've been getting up at like 6 a.m. every day, or like 6:30 latest, and then we paddle out for like 2 hours, and then I kind of start my work day. So it's pretty much a work trip with surfing involved. So it's a pretty sweet little setup here. Yeah, I think everything's about to start selling off at one point. I'm a little bit nervous with LMND. That was a pretty big dip here, so let's see what happens. I really want this one to break that 52 zone. It's always a little depressing knowing that you might be giving back like 1.5%, which I kind of feel like might really happen on LMND. Let's see. Oh, the pain. No, I don't like watching this. Well, honestly, Zoom should pull back regardless of what the market does. Even if the market went up 50%, I feel like Zoom should go down. It just doesn't even feel natural anymore what this ticker's up to. Are you guys watching YTEN? This ticker wants me to trade it again. What the heck? Yeah, Zoom has that big resistance above on it as well. Honestly, Zoom looks like a failed breakout right here with that doji candle on a where a breakout should be. So just keep that in mind, guys. Also, YTEN is just about at a perfect pennant pattern right here. This thing will break at one point to the upside or downside, either like really strongly above 8.5 or just absolutely crash below 7. I feel it coming. I don't know which way it's going to go. Day trading is not about predicting the markets. It's about playing good risk reward. And right now it's right in the middle of good risk reward, and I don't see a trade on YTEN that I'd want to take. Not to mention it's 10:50. Volume's fading. I'm pretty much done with day trading. So Eugene says, I'm going to FOMO into YTEN. I know it. Man, I totally feel you on that. I think I'm going to have to close my screen here once I'm done with the stream, because I think if I have my screen open and I see some sort of possibility on YTN, I most likely will jump on it. So sometimes you just want to remove those ridiculous possibilities from even happening. Yeah, reacting quickly to those good setups. Oh, LMND might have just stopped me out. Kind of depressing. There's that kind of 1% that we were talking about that most likely we're going to be giving back, 1.5%. Ross is still in YTN. Ross is a boss. I hope it works out for him. This thing is just next level. I think I'm gonna have to watch Ross's recap video on trading today. I would really like how he dealt with YTN. See if we can learn something. The spread on LMND is quite hefty, I gotta say. 51.77. If I can get out for 51.77, I think I'd be a happy little child. Not even really sure if I want to risk that kind of move. Oh, just went up to 82. Even just sold one at 88. I got 90 shares. There is such light volume on this thing. YTEN having that break of VWAP. I'm officially out of my LMND position. There it goes, guys. Adios. You've done me well. I will remember you. So we sold our Sonos and LMND swing trades today. I feel like that's a big news. It was nice that we were able to get back a little bit of these profits, so that makes me feel a little bit good. JC says it's time to buy LMND. Wait, isn't that if Michael sells or buys? Uh-oh. You know you have to work on your trading when you become an indicator, a reverse correlation indicator. It's like the opposite of Warren Buffett. To be honest, I haven't looked at Facebook in quite some time. Let me actually check it out. Oops, what did I just click on? Wow, actually this one was some really clean day trading on it today. Popped up here, consolidated, bull flag, pulled up, pull back, breakout, pull back, breakout, really clean. But you know, that whole move was 2%, so you would need some freaking cannons to make some money off of that. $255 and this kind of like 240 zone seems to be very, very key. Facebook could definitely be a buy at like 250 again. A little bit of a retrace. I wouldn't invest, but I would probably swing trade Facebook. And Facebook just has too much hate for me to invest into it. Really makes me drop my confidence. But wow, what a freaking move on Facebook. 130%. That's impressive. That's really impressive. Facebook almost trades like an index itself. Yeah, apparently TA, there's some clean moves on it. Oh boy, Jared, I have not seen that one. I'm going to have to check it out. Feel free to post it here. He's a bad guy. Oh, Eugene's got the YTEN fever. Let us know. 11 a.m. dudes. It is 11 a.m. Oh, how did you guys do today? Because I feel like today was a weird day. I'm honestly happy that I'm not in the red today. Like that's how sketchy today was. And a little bit was my fault. Like YTN had some moves. I kind of left a lot of the good moves for no reason. There's a few good setups on YTN. I wasn't very good at trading YTN today, and that's it. So the fact that I can walk away not in the red on it makes me pretty happy. We're up $150 today, but we're actually up only $4 with swing trading and $145 with day trading finalized gains. Yeah, kind of a wishy-washy day here, but I think that the fact that we were able to manage our long-term positions, our long-term portfolio, our swing trades, get a feel for the market, that's already worth a lot of money and a lot of things. That's worth a lot right there on its own. So, even if you have a red day, it's technically still a green day as long as it's a small red day, because you're learning, you're getting better, you're managing positions, you're getting experience, screen time, market exposure. I mean, it's really good stuff. So even a small red day in my eyes is a green day. So yeah, pretty happy. A little FOMO sparkle, but I think LMND is not done. Yeah, you're probably right. Was my exit on LMND premature? Could be. Could definitely be. Could it see $57? Could it see $60? Absolutely. Is there a big resistance on LMND right now? Definitely. With this 9 EMA resistance, it just doesn't have as favorable a risk reward at the moment. So I feel kind of okay with this sell. So yeah, I would love to buy LMND again, but we'll see where that future price is. You guys are addicted to YTN, just a bunch of crack babies in this live stream. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Just kidding. Watching YTN is pretty addicting. Maybe that's what they're selling. Agricultural input company. More like a drug manufacturer company, and their ticker is the drug. Oh my god, YTN just had a freaking break past $8, guys. This could be the break of pennant that we've been all waiting for. Woo! All right, we gotta watch this just for a little bit longer. Another big candle. Aaron's got his eye on AAPL. Oh my god, I'm so happy I'm not trading YTEN. This thing, I would be up 2-3%, I would be down 2-3%, I would be up again. I would be so mentally distraught that I'd probably just end up closing at the worst spot taking a loss, putting myself back in the red with YTEN. I don't feel like that's really where I want to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time after pretty much looking at the markets for 4 hours. I I made $1 per hour today. Does that mean I could file for unemployment? Maybe I could sue the markets for being a bad employer. This thing's going nuts. This thing is absolutely going nuts. Oh man, guys, I hope no one's fumbling around with YTEN right now, or if you are, you're short or something, making some bank. I don't know. YTN is such a tease. Look at Tesla. I don't know if I want to look at Tesla. Will it break my heart? Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, a little dipski here, huh? Ah, look at that. It went to 390. What is that? 398. Almost 400. So we sold at 355.45, right? Just roughly. So if we got the all-time perfect exit, we would have been up 12% on a $6,500 position size. So we could have walked away with pretty much like another $700. Does it bother me? Not really. If I wanted another $700, I should have just used a $13,000 position size, and I would have got that extra $600 with no stress on waiting this extra day. Technically, I would have more stress because I would have bigger position size, which means bigger risk. But if it's relative to my overall portfolio size, then it's not extra stress. So never cry about missed profits, because all you got to do, you're always going to have missed profits. Your whole trading career is going to be missed profits. But don't worry about those extra $10, extra $200, extra $1,000, because in the future you're going to be up and down, $10,000 on the day. So who cares about those $10 that you could have made today? Because 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, it's going to be a whole different story. You can day trade in unemployment. Well, that's going to be the next petition. So we already got 2 petitions: pattern day trader rule, and potentially suing the markets for being a bad employer. When the small caps are weak. Got to keep the mind sharp. Harley, I like the attitude, man. I like the attitude. Thanks for your service, man. It's also good that this is entertainment and you're not blindly following any trades, because that is a very dangerous thing. Always know you're trading yourself while you're entering and exiting a stock. Shrikant says, I am employed lots of time for trading. Then he says, you're living the dream. Well, at least we can make some jokes here. Trayvon's very curious about what's the most money I've made in a day in the stock market. Well, in this day trading account, I think I don't know. So we haven't had over $1,000 a day in this new Gap and Go day trading account. So that, I think we've had several days over 500. I think 800 something was one of our bigger days. But day trading in general, I've had a $25,000 day 3 years ago. I've had a lot of $1,000 days. I don't know. I think the 25,000 roughly day was my biggest one, but I also closed a swing trade on that one. So technically I held it for multiple days. Yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy, but we're getting there. Hard work, dedication, commitment, that's what it's all about. Right now, with our current account size of about $2.5 thousand per trade, so our average position size $2.5 thousand, trying to get that to $5,000. We're doing it about 3,000 to 4,000 per month right now, so that's pretty okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Percentage-wise, it's really, really nice. So all I have to do to make more money is increase my position size, which I'm totally aware of. I'm not doing it that fast because I like to kind of maintain my comfortability. I just want to be comfortable with the trades that I take, right? And if I start trading with $20,000 per trade right now, you know, it's going to mess with my brain a little bit. So I'm working my way up to 5,000. We had a $7,000 trade not too long ago. So, you know, we're getting there a little bit. Realized profit is definitely, yeah. Realized profit's a beautiful thing. Nicer kind, yeah. Long term. Yep, yeah, percentage, you know, percentage is everything. Like who cares really what the dollar amount is? I mean, obviously, you know, it's nice and it sells and it's clicky and it's, you know, hypey and it's a nice to show a, you know, big number, but ultimately, if you can consistently make you know, per day 5 to 10 to maybe sometimes even 15% of your average position size, you know, you're if you can consistently do that, you're doing really, really well. And I think we've shown in the last 6 months that it's totally possible. Okay, let's check out AQB and then we'll wrap it up here. So AQB, guys, let's see what this ticker is up to. A little bit of a dip. Ooh, I like the daily chart on this one. This might have a nice little retest around 3.5 and do a little bit of a continuation from there. I wouldn't trade it right now. I don't really see any volume here. I don't see anything too interesting. I don't even know what AQB is. Aqua Bounty Technologies, no idea what they do. If this was a ticker with good micro news, which looks like something came out here right around earnings, actual estimates and real were actually exactly the same. Kind of weird that they took such a big dump. But you know, if this company has good macro news, like a good macro trend, so it's riding some sort of trend. I don't know what AQB does. Then it could be a really, really good buy opportunity and hold for a break of 4.5. So that'd be something to look into. AQB, let's quickly see what they do. Give a quick feedback on that. Present upcoming investor conferences. It's always a very weird calendar. They had an offering here on the 7th. That's not good. I really don't like those offering news. That's why they fell off a cliff here. They had an offering. Farm products. Interesting. 20 million float, 200 million market cap, or 170 million market cap. It's not a super small cap. I don't know. A lot of big volume came in recently, but actually that's not true. That's fake news, because this new volume they're not trading with more volume than in the past, relatively, because they sold new shares into the market, which means there's more shares to be traded at any given time, which means their float is higher. So 21 million float. Yeah, just, you know, keep that in mind. Like, these guys are doing offerings, definitely higher risk at some times, but I think a pullback to 3.5, maybe 340s could be a really good setup for a continuation. So if I was trading AQB and I like the company as a whole, I would wait for that entry around the 9 EMA and then look for a continuation. Again, I don't know much about this company, so I don't know if I would do that, but that's how I would go about this one. my opinion on the overall sell-off is that this market is not yet at the bottom, and I think the sell-off is really just getting started, to be honest. But I'm also extremely pessimistic in terms of the overall market highs. So I don't know. I keep thinking the market's overextended and it keeps going up even more. So I'm happy I'm not a short seller because I would have blown my account multiple times. But I still believe the market's overbought. So we'll see. We will see what happens. PLAY. Yeah, that's been a ticker that's been popping up a lot. I don't really focus too much on my percent of the account too much, Patrick. I focus more on like my overall percent based on my average position size, which is about 2.5 thousand, 3,000, getting close to 3,000 now. So if I can, have a 10% day, that means I made $300. And I think that's pretty solid, and that's pretty achievable, very achievable. And we do it all the time. And then we try to manage our risk where we're never down more than 10% on any given day based on our average position size. That's when I throw in the towel. That's when I'm like, no more trading. And that only happened to us once last month. So, I think we're managing our risk pretty well here. 150, yeah, it's okay. Not too bad. I think we did all right today. I mean, actually, we did pretty ridiculous today. We pretty much just closed out a day trade, a swing trade, and then I absolutely, gave back a lot of profits on the YTEN, and I started off pretty in the red with YTEN. So it wasn't really a great day, but I'm not complaining about profits. I'm just saying, like, day trading wise was pretty whack for me today. I just managed my risk okay, maybe at best. And then LMND, we just closed out a swing trade. All right, guys, let's wrap it up here. If you're new, don't forget, we come out with a recap video every single day the market's open. Definitely consider subscribing. Monday was the Tesla we talked about in the recap video. That was a big explanation of the possible trade that we were thinking about on Monday, which we did on Tuesday, and we closed on Wednesday. That was probably the best trade of the week. Yesterday, we came out with a video about, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just move everything over one, because Monday the markets were closed, Labor Day. And yesterday we came out with a video about, trading books. So definitely check it out. Yeah, check out the Discord as well. First link in the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect. On that link, you're going to see everything that you need to see, everything that is important, including the Discord. And I'll show you guys how it works if you're curious, which, it's pretty straightforward, but... So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, guys, on the way out. I really do appreciate it. Really nice of you guys. I'm going to update this page pretty soon here. There's a few things that I need to change. Obviously, this video is a little bit outdated. But here's the Foundation Trading Series if you guys are interested to get kind of a setup here on everything that you need to know for the streams. My checklist that I find is really nice for me to have a bit more confidence behind my trades, or conviction behind my trades. 2 free stocks if you guys are not yet on Webull. And then here's the Facebook group, the Discord group, and some merch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I will see you guys in the chat room or on Discord, most likely. And then I'll let you guys know if I do any more trades today. I don't think I'm going to look for any swing trades today, to be honest. I kind of feel like we're just in the beginning of another sell-off period, so I'm not going to start any day trades yet. Swing trades. I think I'm pretty much going to take the evening off, more or less. But we'll see. We'll go from there. All right, guys. Till next time, stay safe. Make some awesome trades. Don't overtrade. Don't get stuck in... which that ticker, YTEN. It is a dangerous one, and I wouldn't be surprised if some horrible offering came out or something like that. Eugene, why do you have a bat in your house? Get that bat out of there. Sketchy, sketchy stuff. All right, guys. Ciao, ciao. Till next time. Here's the long journey of me trying to figure out how to end my stream every time.